Hey guys, what is going on? And welcome back to another episode of the Huddersfield Town Career Mode. This is episode number 53, and today we are returning one of the biggest, if not the biggest episodes of this series. 3 huge games, both in the FA Cup and the Premier League as well. And let's just say that come the end of it, we might find out whether we're on to win a domestic double or have no chance of either. So lots at stake today. Let's just get straight to it. And now our first game is in the FA Cup semi-final, but wait. Recap. Come on, man. Seriously, get with the programme. Recap over the last episode real briefly. 4 big games in the Premier League in what was a good episode in the first 2 and then a bad episode in the remaining 2. We beat Leicester by 4 goals to 1 to keep our stadium to begin with. An excellent win there away from home. And then beat Wolves by 3 goals to 0 at home. We were plain sailing. We were feeling good. But then sadly, 2 disappointing slip-ups. Both a draw and then a loss. A 2-2 draw away at Stoke City where we almost lost the game. Very late on. We were leading 1-0. But thankfully, Moses bailed us out very late on to get us a point. And then the final game, a 2-1 defeat at home to Watford, which was only our 2nd home loss of the season so far in the Premier League. A very damaging loss, which means right now the table is as tight as it possibly could be. But yeah, today, 3 big games. Everton, the FA Cup semi-final first. Really nervous going into this game. Then West Brom away at the Hawthorns in a tricky tie against Tony Pulis' side in midweek. And then to complete our 7-day swing, Manchester United at home in a potential title decider in the Premier League. And when you take a look at the table right now, no, that's going to be the FA Cup, isn't it? When you take a look at the table right now, you can see just how close it is and why today's 3rd and final game could well decide who goes on to win the title. We are 2 points clear. We have a much better goal difference record as well. But if we lose to Manchester United and they overtake us in the table with just 4 games remaining come the end of today's episode, well, let's just say that I'm pretty confident they'll have the momentum and they'll have the confidence going into the final games that they'll be crowned champions. So 3 huge games today. Got to get wins in all of them. Come on, the Terriers. This is make or break.
Well, it is the fixture that they say is the worst one to lose. That's the FA Cup semi-final, of course. But everyone wants to win it. They'll go to Wembley if they do.
So here we go then, first of the big 3 today, and we don't get any second chances at this. It's the FA Cup semi-final as we take on Everton playing a 5-3-2. And I got to say, I'm pretty nervous going to this game after a pretty poor run of form. Just 3 wins in our last 7, no wins in our last 2, not playing especially well. And this could be the game where our season collapses in front of our very eyes. So 5-3-2 for Everton, very decent side and a very good duo up top there. Timo Werner and Willian Jose, they're supported by the captain Ross Barkley in the cam role. And as for our team, well, cautious of the West Brom game in midweek, mindful of our recent run of form, making lots of changes, and what an interesting selection of players. Morris in goal, but the back 4 of Jespersen, Mawson, Twansby and Odubajo in our defence, with an assist on the left, Kachunga on the right hand side, signing that new 4-year deal in the last episode. In the middle, Daniel Amartey and Moy, Bradley King's the cam, and Mounier is the striker, so Vitinho not in the squad, Simon on the bench. I'm trusting a very inexperienced team out there with Jespersen and King, both in the starting 11, but I'm also confident that the boys that normally play well when they get the minutes, such as Mounier and Kachunga, can lead us to victory and a place in the FA Cup final. Everton in the semis, first game today. Let's get that win. It's actually been a great start to the game. Half an hour in, still tied at 0-0. Neither side has done too much as Sisto finds Daniel Amartey, who will crossfield out towards Odubajo. I'm sure the game will spark into life at some point, but at the moment, I mean, this is pretty poor. Both teams surrendering possession on a very regular basis. Neither team able to create chances. And honestly, man, this has got the makings of a 0-0 extra time and then penalty shootout on the cards, because right now nothing seems to be changing, but maybe we can change it here. Kachunga to Mounier to King, Bradley King, 1-0, and there is our first goal, and there is the change, and what a surprise that it's Bradley King that fires us into the lead 35 minutes in. You know, I talk about our youth prospects in this team for this game, trusting them on the big stage. Well, Jespersen's been solid all season long in the left back role, might well be the starting left back this next season ahead of Sessegnon. And as for Bradley King, well, this guy next season, believe me, I don't know how I'm going to fit him into the first 11, but I will, because when he's on the pitch, he always scores goals. Bradley King with a finish, 1-0 to the Terriers. A half a few chances, we've taken the one clear-cut one we've got, and Bradley King justifies selection and fires us in front of Wembley. Get in! To Werner, and in steps Twansby to win it back to Sean Morris. He'll kick it to Odubajo. Let's see if we can get a second goal here just before the break. We're closing out this first half strong, but I'd love a second goal to give us some breathing room. Marty to Sisto, back heels to Jespersen as the Danes link up here down this left-hand side. Sisto receives it, King is in space, I'll give it to Bradley. Bradley gives it back to Pione, Mounier peels off his man, Sisto goes alone, hangs one up to the back stick, Pickford fumbles it, and Kachunga turns in the rebound and shows us all why he's got this 4-year contract. Elias Kachunga on the stroke of half-time doubles our lead, 2-0 to Huddersfield, but for Jordan Pickford, what a mare. I mean, it was a nice build-up, don't get me wrong, but for Jordan Pickford, the ex-Sunderland shot stopper, well, he should be doing a lot better than that. Palms it back into play, and Kachunga scuffed the shot, really, on the left foot volley, but it doesn't really matter how it goes in, so long as it does. We're 2 goals up here against Everton at Wembley, going into half-time. Bradley's got the first, and Elias Kachunga, squad player. We talked about him at length in the last episode. This is why he got that 4-year deal, that pay increase as well. He's worth every single penny, baby. You always need a solid, reliable squad player. Schneiderlin to Rafael, chance here. Oh, what a tackle by Jespersen on the Brazilian fullback, and we'll get the danger away. I briefly touched on it earlier on in the game, but Jespersen next season, believe me, I'm still sitting there thinking he might take out Sessegnon as our starting left back. Every time this young Danish talent's been on the pitch, he's played so well for us and put in a great shift. I love him. He's barely put a foot wrong all season long, but here's Willian Jose cutting it back, and Everton have half the deficit with 17 minutes to go. Timo Werner with the finish. It is 2-1. Turner came across there. I tried to take it off him before he found Willian Jose, but instead he rolls it back towards Timo Werner, who finds the bottom corner. It's really the only time, other than just a moment ago where Jesper made the tackle, where Everton have been inside our area. So we defended very well in this one. Let's not capitulate. Still leading by 1. And as things stand, almost there. Almost there. Very casually, but with 2 minutes to go. The game is not done yet. We've conceded quite a few late goals in recent weeks. Got to hang on to this win as we try and get through. Mounier on the ball. Inside is Chaplin. It'll fall to him. Chaplin, King. This could be the moment. Bradley King, give him a crown, has secured it. And Huddersfield Town are heading back to Wembley for their first ever FA Cup final. I was sitting there thinking we've capitulated in quite a few of our games in recent weeks, but now we're going to secure it, and we are into the final. Mounier's pass into Chaplin, Chaplin to Bradley, and King with the cool finish like royalty makes it 3-1, and we're there, baby. Our first ever FA Cup final. Well, in season 1 it was heartbreaking, the FA Cup. Spurs beat us in the 3rd round in that thrilling 3-2 affair at the Kirklees Stadium to dump us out early. Last season, Manchester United, our opponents, they dumped us out before we could reach the quarter-final stages and have a chance to get into Wembley for the first time ever in what was going to be our best run in the competition. But this season, no more tears, no more frustration. We're heading back to Wembley for our first ever FA Cup final, and I'm just delighted. Domestic double dreams still firmly alive. Bit of a weird game this, because really the only action were the goals we scored, I suppose, plus the Jespersen tackle, if I decide to include that, but I probably will, because it was a big tackle that saved us a goal, really. But yeah, 3-1 the final score. I felt we deserved to win. I felt we were the better team. But again, not our best performance, but for Bradley King, it certainly was a great performance. A perfect 10 for Mr. King. 2 goals in our 3-1 win, 100% passing as well. Look, I got to tell you, man, I don't know how I'm going to fit this guy into our lineup next season, because we love the 4-4-1-1, but he needs to be part of our first 11, man. The guy is just too good. And as we get ourselves back to the main menu, you can see that Manchester United have slipped up, haven't they? Oh, yes, get in. The Gunners have beaten Manchester United 2-0. What a start to today's episode we could have. Let's do some quick training here. What a start to today's episode we could have, because if we win our game in hand in midweek against West Bromwich Albion, then we will go 5 points clear at the top of the table, and that will mean with just 5 games to go and that big goal difference record as well, a win over Manchester United will send us 8 points clear as we aim to pull away. But just before we do that, why are you complaining, Victor? You're leaving in the summer. Just before we do that, we're going to quickly advance a couple of days in the calendar, because on this day, Sunday the 26th, Burnley play Manchester City in the other FA Cup semi-final. So let's find out who will be taking on the FA Cup final. Is it a repeat of last year's Carabao Cup final, or will we face Manchester City? It's Manchester City in the FA Cup final. They brushed aside Sean Dyche's Burnley by 3-0. So that will be the test we'll have at the end of the season. Huddersfield Town against Manchester City in the FA Cup final. We're heading back to Wembley, and we don't want to lead there without a trophy once again. So second game today, back to the Premier League, and what a big game here in midweek away at the Hawthorns, taking on West Brom side. And I noticed as well pre-game, actually Manchester United are playing tonight. They got Watford away at Vicarage Road. So regardless of what happens coming the end of the episode, we'll still have a game in hand against Manchester United, and hopefully we'll be able to pull even further away and have that game in hand as well. West Brom always quite a tricky tie for us, so tough test here away from home. And they've got a very decent team out there as well, with Rondon their striker tonight. And as for our team, it's the normal league lineup tonight, if you will, with just the one change from the normal set of 11 players. Andre Green steps into the first 11 and Pione Sisto's on the bench. He's a little bit tired after the FA Cup semi-final, so a chance for Green tonight to show us what he can do as a squad player who deserves more minutes. West Brom, second game today. Let's get another win.
What we've got in this game, Alan, is a visiting team that won't be fazed by the atmosphere in this ground because they know they can defend.
It's a wonderful asset to have, isn't it, on the road, coming to a ground like this, and to know that you really have got a good defence.
Corner for Huddersfield Town. Coutinho's going to take it and drill one into that near post where, oh, Moses went for the acrobatic and Ramiro made a very good save. I'm telling you, in this year's game, you know, corners last year I had such a low amount of success from, but this year what I'm finding is that near post corners, ironically as that one's headed away pretty comfortably, are much more OP than far post corners. So if you're struggling from set pieces, I would definitely encourage near post corners to give you the best chance of scoring a goal from those corner situations. Tackled by the handsome man, fresh from his bi-weekly trip to the salon, winning it back and showing he can do both the masculine and the feminine things in this lifetime, as Malcolm sent down the right hand side. A great chance here if he wants to cut inside and use that left foot of his. Gibbs with the tackle though, gets it behind for a corner. Still 0-0. We have played better in this first half, but I want a goal to settle some nerves. Corner by Martinez to the middle, and Moses hits the crossbar, and Afori gets it away. I'm telling you, man, near post corners so much more effective this year. Sessegnon to Davis, back to Ryan Sessegnon. Now Green on the ball is going to give it back to Tuanzebe as we try and break down West Bromwich Albion for our passing and our words. As Billing finds Ryan Sessegnon through to Andre Green, down the left-hand side. He'll cut inside. Man on the edge of the area is Coutinho, but I didn't see Kieran Gibbs lurking. As Billing gets it back to Daniel Amati. Can we get that first goal just before the break? Amati on the ball, looking for a teammate. Rolls it into Davis, who shoots just off target. It's coming, but we need to find that goal. We're still currently tied at 0-0. We've played quite well in this game, but just haven't had the clinical finish to get us that goal to go in front. Davis has been sensational all game long through the middle of the park, and now he starts a great chance here as Edwards goes down the right hand side, should outpace Higazi, and can he finish? You better believe it. And Marcus Edwards, just off the bench at the break, shows us why he's in the starting 11 now. Not in the starting 11, but the 11 off the bench, as he makes it 1-0, and a very quick attack results in a goal for the Terriers. And I told you it was coming. It finally has now. A lovely attack started by Davis, great ball through by Coutinho with another assist this season, and Marcus Edwards on the weaker right foot drills one in and gives us some breathing room and gives us the goal. 1-0, first in the Premier League. Delighted. I did feel like one goal would separate the sides tonight, but I'd like a 2-goal cushion to give us some breathing room. But here come West Brom looking for an equaliser. Lopez on the ball, takes around his man, deep cross to the back stick. Kuti heads it into play, and Afori turns it in, and West Brom have got the equalising goal. And I tell you, that's all my fault there. Moses Kuti nodded it back into the 6-yard area, where I should have nodded it behind for a corner. That is the only time West Brom have really caused us problems. And right there, Kuti got in behind his man. He got the right side of him. But I just... error, schoolboy errors, man. I tell you, I make far too many of them in FIFA, and there's another one right there on cue for you. 1-1, and that is all my fault. No other way of looking at it. Let's not panic though. Plenty of time remaining in this game for us to find a winning goal. I've taken off Moses though, unfortunately. Chaplin's now on, and Manchester United as well have gone in front away at Vicarage Road. These are the games you can't afford to slip up in, and instead West Brom could be through here for a second goal. Matt Phillips on the ball, inside the area, tackled by Chamberlain, and Tuanzebe gets the danger away. Come on, we can't afford to draw this game. We need a win. Our league form's been poor of late. We need the 3 points. Davis to Chaplin. Should be his man to the ball. Connor Chaplin, surely, yes, get in. What a finish. And how many times does Connor Chaplin do this? Come off the bench and rescue us. Davis with a lovely through ball. Chaplin outpaced Higazi. Brilliant finish, 2-1. We need these 3 points. Well, what did we say in the win over Everton? You need those squad players, and in this game you see exactly why. It's the bench boys that came off the subs bench to win us this game. First Marcus Edwards, and then later on Connor Chaplin doing what he does best, And a win for Huddersfield Town. Sorry, camera battery died. It doesn't matter. We get the 3 points. That's the most important thing. Delighted with that. Again, just like the Everton game, not a textbook performance, but the result the most important thing. So really, really happy to get that win. I'll give man of the match, though, to Mr. Will Davis. I thought played very well through the middle of the park in this game. And also set up our second goal as well with a lovely through ball to Chaplin. Did Watford hold Manchester United in the end, or did they sadly lose? Sadly, it was a 1-0 scoreline in the end, so table stays as it was going into that big first versus second clash to end today's episode off. But I tell you, man, we're approaching the very final few games of the season. There are just 2 points separating the sides, and we may have a game in hand regardless of the result in our third and final game today. But if we lose and United go top, I think your money will have to be on them. Oh man, I'm so nervous. We've got to come through and get the win. However, before we do that, we have 3 monthly scouting updates from our scouts currently based in Germany, Australia, and Sweden as well. And we also have an academy update as well, plus a training injury. Oh, well, Sean Morris is not going to play in the FA Cup final then, which to be fair was probably going to be his only game between now and the end of the season. But if anything happens to Hudson, we are royally screwed. Torn hip flexor for Sean Morris, out for the remainder of the season, so he's going to miss the FA Cup final. A bit of a shame that, but 2-month injury, and all you can say is thank goodness it was not one of our normal first 11. So a bit of a shame. We do like Morris, of course, 85 rated now, lest we forget, but we can live without him. Sorry you'll miss the FA Cup final, Sean, but thanks for your service in helping us get there. So, 3 scouting updates and also an academy update as well. We'll take a look at the boys in the youth scouting update. See, this is exactly why I didn't sign this guy in the last episode. Look, this guy could have, showing great potential, an exciting prospect tag, probably the former, but we're looking for the very, very best here at Huddersfield Town. There's just so many great players in our academy. We got to make sure the players that we do sign have the absolute best potentials and some decent overalls as well. So we'll reject him. We will... Oh, let's sign him to our academy, actually. We'll reject him as well. Like, I always find, like, for my general rule of thumb, when the academy gets so stacked and it's so good, and it's just so vast, I always feel like the best thing to do is only sign players if they definitely have a maximum potential range of a minimum of 90, if that makes sense, 90 plus. So, yeah, that's my sort of general rule of thumb when the academy gets too big, and you need to really choose wisely what players you want to put into your youth squad. So we'll reject this guy here. We'll continue scouting on him, who could look very good. We'll continue scouting on him, reject him as well. This takes absolutely ages now. I wish I could condense these parts, but because I do these episodes live now, it's very hard to do this without missing stuff out. I don't want you guys to miss something when we identify perhaps the next hidden gem, the next youth star. So I want to make sure you guys get to see everything. So one more scouting update to do. That is from Germany. We'll continue scouting on him. We shall reject him. We shall reject him. We shall continue scouting on him. We shall reject him. If you're not going to give us a passport photo, don't even bother. Going to reject him as well. Bjorn Wagner. Continue scouting on him. Reject him. And also continue scouting on him as well. So this is our academy is currently looking then, going into the third and final game. The youth boys looking so good. I know you guys have been asking me to promote the Luaus from Nigeria. They will get a contract at the end of the season, don't worry. But I'll tell you, look at this guy, 6'7", 88, 94 potential. Absolutely love it. And this is exactly why we want the very best youth prospects we can get. Because right now, our academy is just absolutely stacked. Every single player surely has a minimum of an exciting prospect tag. Gotta love it.
What a pivotal game this can be in the season. The top 2 are going to sort it out in a match here and maybe sort out the title in doing so as well. We're moments away. Join us for the kickoff, and it's live.
So here we go then, it is the third and final game today as we take on Jose Mourinho's Manchester United in a top of the table clash. One of these sides is going to be crowned champions, we know that for sure, and I think whoever wins this game will win the title as well. So for us, our normal league lineup for the game, players a little bit tired but should hopefully be fit enough to get the job done today. Hudson in goal, back for Sessegnon, the Great Dane, Twansby and Yorks at right back with a midfield system on the left, Malcolm on the right and Martin Moore in the middle, with Tino de Cam, Moses the top scorer, the striker, and interestingly enough, no subs sub goalkeeper on the bench for the first time ever. So if Romelu Lukaku even touches the hairs on Ross Hudson's neck, I am not going to be happy. 4-2-3-1 for Jose's boys in this game, with a very, very threatening attack as well, with Martial on left, Berardi on the right, Paul Pogba in the cam role, which I rarely see in FIFA. He normally plays deeper in the DM area, and of course Romelu Lukaku, that striker as well. I think come the end of the game, we'll probably have the best indication as to who's going to win the title. This feels like a cup final, so we've got to make sure we don't choke and come through on the big occasion. Third and final game, it's the top two clashing. Who's going to come out on top? Come on, Huddersfield Town. Well, if we don't win this title, it will be considered a choke, no doubt about it. We could have extended the gap in the last episode in the Stoke game to 10 points, now only 2. We've let the lead diminish. We cannot afford to lose this game. Coutinho's corner is one swung into Billing, and the block by Herrera in the end deflects to Regan Poole, who clears under pressure. Still 0-0, and I think whoever gets the first goal in this game will win this game as well. So we want to find it early and really apply some pressure. Chamberlain on the ball, finds space, whip it in. Good delivery, headed clear again. Moy to Amati. Acres of space to shoot from range, over the bar, still 0-0. Oh, no. Oh, Hudson, what a save to deny Berardi. Moy should keep the ball in play, deflects off Lukaku and behind for a throw. Oh, I almost gifted United a goal there with a silly pass inside my own area. Should never do that, but still 0-0. Got away with one there. And I'll tell you, man, someone is definitely going to score today. And I think someone will win. I don't see this game finishing in a draw. Someone will win this game. And I think whoever does will win the title as well. Malcolm crossing towards Moses, headed away. Moy volleys it, and Hugo Mayo gets it away. Whoever scores the first goal, I think, will win the game. Whoever wins the game, I think, will win the title. So much at stake. Can't afford to slip up. But here is Pogba finding Martial, and a chance here with a man at the far post who was free, but Martial takes it inside himself and finds Lukaku. And there is the first goal. Romelu Lukaku gives Manchester United the lead, and 24 minutes in, we've fallen behind here at home in the big title clash. And as things stand, we'll be falling behind in the title race as well. Martial to Lukaku, places one into the bottom corner, 1-0, and the worst possible start. No. We cannot afford to lose this game. Coutinho wins it back, looks for Moses, finds it. Could he dink it over De Gea? Oh, what a fabulous save by David De Gea. And clear behind for a corner. Still 1-0. We need to find an equaliser, lose this game, lose our lead, and probably lose the title as well. Oh, come on. I know we'll still have a game in hand, but that's not good enough for me. We need to win this game. Malcolm on the ball. Can he find space to cross? He can. Good delivery. Bailly gets ahead to the ball, and Martial should clear under pressure as he finds Lucas Digne. And Digne gets around from Moy, but then gives it straight to Aaron Moy. Through to Coutinho. Back heels to Amati. Amati to Sisto. Pione Sisto. Oh, De Gea with a save. And cleared. And Amati. And De Gea with another brilliant save. The Spaniard in fine form when it matters most. And that is going to do it for the first half as well. A really good spell of pressure to end the first 45. But it doesn't change the fact we're still trailing by 1. And as things stand right now, losing our lead at the top of the table, we need someone to step up and be a hero in the second half. Otherwise, we're dropping a second and may well lose this title. There's 20 minutes to go, not much time remaining, so making a treble change and switching to the 4-1-2-1-2 wide. Coutinho, Sisto and Moya coming off for Connor Chaplin, Bradley King and Elias Kachunga as well. And if there was ever a time to prove that squad players are so vital to your chances of success, this is that time. Come on, boys, we need an equaliser. This loss is going to be such a psychological blow. We need to get at least a point in this game. Herrera finds Martial on a great chance across the middle, and Pogba heads it in. And Manchester United gone 2 goals up with just under quarter of an hour to play. Romelu Lukaku and Paul Pogba have surely won it for the Red Devils. And what a blow this is going to be to our chances of winning the title. We'll still have the game in hand. We'll still have the better goal difference record. It will just be a point with so few games remaining. What a huge psychological defeat this is going to be. 2-0, and that's surely the game. We did so well to beat Everton, then beat West Brom midweek as well, but maybe fitness and fatigue has played a slight part in this loss. My boy's not fully fit for this game, but there is still time for an epic late fight back. We need a goal, and Connor Chaplin is normally the guy that provides it with that epic brute pace alone, but De Gea makes the save, but then Moses turns in a rebound. 5 minutes to go. Pick the ball up, get back to the halfway line. Is there still time? One final chance here. Malcolm on the ball, needs to get it forward here. Don't go backwards, keep going forwards. Malcolm to King.
Good vision. Brilliant pass.
has done it. Bradley King has done it. And Huddersfield Town have done it. We've battled back from 2 goals down to claim a point of death. And what a surprise that the King has done it again. Bradley comes off the bench, claims us a point. Oh, get in! King to Moses, gives it back. Lovely 1-2. And Bradley, the youngster with the coolest of finishes, drills it into the bottom corner and levels it to death to keep us top. Somehow didn't break his neck. He's broken my voice. And I tell you, man, if this guy ever leaves, he'll break my heart. Bradley King has rescued a point of the death. Huddersfield 2, Manchester United 2, and we've done it. We've claimed a point of the death. We stay top of the table with 4 games to go and have a point, a game in hand as well. Oh, Mourinho can't believe it. I can't believe it. What an extraordinary finish. And Huddersfield Town are still top of the table. Give this guy the crown and a 12-year contract as well. Bradley King gets treated like royalty because he plays just like his surname suggests. An absolute machine. 2-2 the final score. And so often this season we've had games that have had thrilling finales with late goals that have had major implications on the results, and this game was no different. We battle back from 2 goals down to claim a point. No surprise that man match goes to Moses as well for scoring that all-important first goal to give us a chance, just a glimmer of hope, and it's setting up Bradley King as well. He's on for the golden boot, but he's still a team player, just like we're a team and a unit. 2-2 the final score. We stay top. And oh my word, we're celebrating the draw like we've won the title. But what an end to today's episode. That was unbelievable. But thank you for watching the episode, guys. I really hope you have enjoyed. And if you did enjoy today's thrilling episode and the thrilling finale as well, then please do drop a like, as likes are, of course, very much appreciated. And they really help the channel out as well. Much love to each and every single one of you. Have a fantastic day. And I'll see you for the next episode of the Huddersfield Town Career Mode. Just 3 episodes remaining. And the next episode, we could well be crowned Premier League champions if things go our way. Thanks for watching, have an awesome day, and I'll see you for the next episode very soon. Bye!